practice gets underway for the 1955 Belgian Grand Prix around the track of Francorchamps near Spa in Belgium. We were going to bring you coverage of the 1955 Indianapolis 500. However, even though it is a Formula One event, none of the drivers wanted to participate, so there was no broadcast of the event.
At the Indianapolis track, 33 drivers thunder around the circuit in the 500-mile race. All eyes are on Bill Vukovich, winner 2 years running and flat out for the hat trick in this great American classic. Firemen race to help, but they're too late. Bill Vukovich has seen his last checkered flag. A miracle that no one else was killed in this 5-car disaster. Still, there is danger, for the track is littered with wreckage, which attendants snatch away as best they can. In the lead now is Bill Swickert. He streaks to the finishing line and victory. These young men have death at their shoulder, but wouldn't exchange it for safety.
As he starts his first flying lap in practice, we shall ride on board with Roberto Ascari to have a look at this absolutely incredible circuit. In real life, Assetto Corsa would have sadly passed away during a crash while testing at Monza a few days after the Monaco Grand Prix. However, we shall ride on board with him. Disaster, as Ascari has crashed at the bottom of Rouge as he climbs up towards Radion. We'll now ride on board and have commentary from the Italian. This just means I don't have to do a silly voice while doing the commentary. So coming up, Rouge and Radion, all pretty similar as well along the Camel Straight, but now we start turning left. The car really wants to go right. Need to make sure you don't hit any of these walls. A lot of the drops are completely sheer as well. So I'm darting down the little country roads. It's all very, very fast. So this part of the track, there are a few corners where you do need to slow down. Total disaster. There are a few things I can change with the car in the pits, but I'm not that mechanically minded, so I have no idea where to start. This is one of the tightest corners out here. That right turn. So now this is one of the longest stretches. Very long straight away, and then we get to the top of the hill. I do need to remember to brake earlier, past the garages on the right. I did also come off at that same location on my outlap. The difficulty is it is such a large circuit like the Nürburgring, it's almost impossible to learn all of the corners. Here we are coming up to Longchamp or Stavelot. I cannot remember the name of it. I cannot remember which one this is. Let the Maserati go through. Left there for these corners. They're not quite full throttle. Running a little bit wide there. This is another long section, all the way down, heading towards the final corner at La Source, the slowest corner on the track. This is Stavelot, I think, or it is Blanchard, I've got the two wrong way round. This Maserati is being incredibly slow, sluggish. Final tight left-hander before we come to La Source. You don't want to lock the wheels. Nice tight in turn. Little bit of a wheel spin up there as you come back down the hill towards Eau Rouge and Radion. Yeah, which I still spun, and into the undergrowth. As we enter the final few minutes of this practice session that will determine the starting order for the race, we watch Roberto Ascari start his final lap as he sets a new lap. He has yet to set a representative time, and it is pole position. He will try and improve one final time as he heads up Eau Rouge and over Radion. The session has been very quiet for Fangio, and also for Ascari, who is the driver we are riding on board with, not Fangio. The session has been relatively quiet. Those are the luxuries of a large track. It's rare to see another driver. The Grand Prix will consist of 9 laps. And we'll see man and machine fights through the Belgium hillsides. As Ascari goes off on the grass, desperately struggles to try and get back on. Stuck in the mud, he manages to get himself back out. His time of 4 minutes 39 will be his lap for qualifying. There are 4 seconds to the next nearest car, who is still in the pit lane. So it's looking very much like Roberto Ascari will be starting in front. As we look now at the grid, we'll be starting 3x2 by 3x2, with 2 Lancias either side of a Ferrari. Alberto Ascari, Jean Biera, and Luigi Velosotti are the top 3, with championship favourites Fangio in his Mercedes down in 13th. Away they go, and a lightning start from the 2 Lancias, as they both leave the Ferrari behind as they enter Rouge for the first of 9 times. Ascari trying his best to keep behind his teammate and to be able to pass him. As the fellow Lancia goes wide, Ascari takes the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. But once again, Ascari goes off. The same place he did at the end of practice. Good for the Italian as he wrestles to get his car back onto the circuit. He does so, but has fallen well behind. He's almost in the clutches of Fangio. Onto the Mesta straight they come. Ascari looking to be able to make a move before they get to Stabilo. Ascari only just managing to slow down enough for that corner. He entered at great pace. Still has to defend from the Maserati behind him. Through Stabilo they go. Fangio keeping the Maserati behind him. So side by side, Ascari has the inside, but the Maserati gets through. Ascari having a much better run. Comes past the Maserati, who moves over to block him. Ascari looks her way through. Has a higher top end speed than the Maserati and manages to pass before they get to Blanchimont. Small bump to the Maserati in front. As Ascari now tries to pass. Gets past the silver Mercedes as Havoc strikes in front with the Lancia and the Ferrari both coming together. Ascari tries to go past, but is forced to slow down as he has to enter the pit lane. Ascari, miraculously, comes through in the lead as they come over a rouge. All Ascari needs to do now is keep a level head, not make any mistakes, and keep the lead for the next 8 laps. A tall order, but a challenge the Italian is very capable of doing. Once again, Ascari goes off at the same corner, distracted by a bit of information he was being passed on by a bystander. How else would he know that a driver had retired? One of the Maseratis goes off behind. Ascari now in 3rd position, tries to catch up to the leading 2 Maseratis. Maserati and the Ferrari. Ascari, with his tremendous straight line speed, comes alongside and passes the Maserati for 2nd position. Just before they reach Stabilo. However, he comes in contact with the Ferrari. Maserati slots in behind. Ascari keeps the position in 2nd position. Once again, Ascari goes too wide, but comes back into contact with the Maserati. Two of them spin out in dramatic style, even allowing a van wall, 2 van walls and a Mercedes get past. One of the Maseratis thinks about going into the pit lane, but does not, and one of the Mercedes chooses not to. It is Peter Collins. Maserati in front. Ascari all over the back of the number 14 Mercedes. side by side as they head on to the Besta Straight. And the Lancia has the higher top speed and the faster acceleration. As he enters Blanchimont, Ascari is up alongside the blue Maserati. Pushes the Maserati wide. It is now ahead, behind Mike Hawthorne in the Van Wall. Hawthorne taking a rouge very carefully, as well as the run up to Radion. Ascari is ready to pounce through Radion. He makes his move. But Ascari is now up to second place, behind the Ferrari. Just beyond the halfway mark, going on to lap 5 of 9, and Ascari is right behind the Ferrari. Again, everyone taking it very nice and easy through Rouge and Radion. So where Ascari decides to take a chance against the Ferrari. And he succeeds, once again taking the lead of the race. Three laps to go. Ascari is wanting to start complaining about the length of the Grand Prix. And he remembers that he's only doing 25%. It was in fact 36 laps, I believe. The races in the 1950s were astonishingly long. Go on for up to 3 hours. Ascari has come off dramatically at the corner that he always seems to be coming off at. Ascari may be stuck. Ascari is indeed stuck. He has had to go back to the pits and wait. He has had to be recovered to the pits. This is going to cost him a great deal of time. He's dropping down to around 15th or 16th position. Once Ascari's car is fully fixed, he is allowed back out onto the track. However, he's down a long way. Potentially all the way down in 17th position. All caused by having a small coming off and getting stuck in the grass. At least now that continuing 3 laps from Ascari will now be rather exciting. That is the dreaded corner that he has come off at nearly every lap. Quick succession, Ascari passes the Van Wall, catches up to 2 of the Gordinis, which he knows are considerably slower than his Lancia. Down the inside into Stavolo goes the Italian machine past the French machine. Ascari still has a long way to go, considering that the Ferrari is only just now coming around La Source. Ascari has only just left Stavolo and headed towards Blanchimont. Disaster as once again he reaches Blanchimont, but rather than able to go through the barrier, or ride against the barrier spins the Lancia all the way round. two Gordinis do slow down to make sure that Ascari is okay. And Ascari will have to take that time loss on the chin and try and pass the Gordinis once again, allowing the Ferrari in the leads to pull away even further. Ascari goes through. He's horrified to learn that the gap is 107 seconds. That's 1 minute 47. Almost half a lap. Ascari has 2 laps to make that time up. With 30 seconds to the next car in front. We'll have to try extremely hard. And with 1 lap to go, Ascari has gained on the cars in front, but has only gained 5 seconds on the lead Ferrari. This does include having a spin. It doesn't look like Ascari is going to be able to win the Belgium Grand Prix. But he will try his hardest to see if he can catch up to cars in front, particularly Fangio, who's only 2 cars in front. The corner, very deceptive. It looks like it could be flat out. Ascari has learnt it is very much not flat out. We'll say with Ascari as we do this final lap. Long corner, lifting off, you have to reduce speed about halfway round as it tightens. Final corner is also quite slow, and then the slowest corner other than the source. We happily come up and past the Ferrari, moving us into 13th position. Now coming up to one of Ascari's favourite corners. We have the long fast master straight. Come up and you look for the signs on the left. 300, 200, 100. Brake, lift off. Perfectly hold it and foot flat to the floor for the right-hander past the tyres. Being precise in these Formula 1 machines takes a lot of skill. When you pull off a corner like that, it's incredibly satisfying. Same with Stavolo. You have to come in nice and fast, try and carry as much speed as you can. Ascari definitely could have taken more speed through that first part of the corner. Ascari wishes he had fixed the gearing on his Lancia, particularly 4th gear, which is very sluggish, particularly going uphill coming out of Stavolo. Now we have the final run back towards the start finish. Barea, I believe it is, wins the Belgium Grand Prix. Ascari runs wide and it throws him over the edge. Once again, Ascari is stuck in the banking. There's nothing Ascari can do. Ascari is stuck in the banking on the side of the track. Remarkably, it counted Ascari at finishing 14th. So your points finishers are Barea in the Maserati, not the Ferrari, my apologies. Mike Hawthorne in the Vanwall, Castellotti in the Lancia, John Finch in the Maserati, and Peter Collins in the Maserati, and Tafui in the Mercedes. Sterling Moss down there in 9th position, Fangio in 12th behind Carl King, and Alberto Ascari finishing down in 18th position, not 14th as we read. What an amazing racetrack, and a very, very dramatic race, and a dramatic end to the 1955 Belgium Grand Prix. We hope all the viewers at home have enjoyed our coverage of the 1955 Belgium Grand Prix, and we look forward to seeing you for our next broadcast of the Dutch Grand Prix from Zandvoort. We shall see you next time.